today we have Ali, and she is going to be telling us a little bit about how she uses doTERRA and her journey so far. So hi Ali.
Hi.
Lovely to see you, and little T.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions and just need really an honest answer, basically. So how did you hear about doTERRA?
Well, through you. Oh, you've got an idea of you. It was never. I didn't search for an essential oils company, so I didn't know of doTERRA before. I heard about it because obviously you were discussing it within a group that we were together in. And actually at the time it was more a case of that it offered a sustainable solution to using lemons and water in the morning. And I was like, okay, you know, actually, like, knowing how lazy I am myself, it would be a lot easier to have like a bottle of lemon oil next to the water than to like keep buying lemons, because I never do that. I always forget. So yeah, it's like, okay, so this sounds like a, you know, let's give this a try. And that's kind of, yeah, that's how I heard about doTERRA. Yeah, so kind of very short, sharp introduction to it.
It was, wasn't it? Okay, so why do you choose to purchase doTERRA products? What is it you love about doTERRA?
I think there's a lot of things for me. One of them obviously is that of all the products that I've used, it's kind of like a bit like Roncel. It's, you know, it does what it says it's going to do. So it's never failed me in, if it says, oh, this is, you know, good for backache, or this is good for muscle ache, or, you know, this is good for pain, or, you know, like talking about my labour, you know, the oils were just amazing during my labour with Tatum. So they've kind of always said what they are going to do, and they do it. And I'm always, I guess I'm a bit reluctant to like change what's not fixed. Not broke, sorry. So it's like I wouldn't want to risk using somebody else when I know that doTERRA works so well.
Yeah, so yeah, changing would be.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing is that, you know, and then there's the other things of like, obviously once you get to know the company more, you have things like their ethics behind the company, the way that they source their oils, and the fact that they give back to the communities in which they source their oils in. They aren't farmed, and they come from their indigenous countries, and so, you know, they stay true to the natural goodness of the oil. And if you're going to start putting things into your children, I kind of don't want something. I don't really want something that's like, you're gonna laugh because right now what she actually wants is one of these.
Oh, that's so advertising.
You know, like they say kids shouldn't perform, but like what she's asking for is probiotic.
Well done, T.
So yeah, so it is a case of that. Yeah, there's so many things. It isn't just like one thing with them. They're not, like you say, and it's the quality as well. And you just, everything about it, there's such good quality. And then like things that you probably wouldn't think about until you kind of need them, but like their customer services are really good as well. You know, when you've got a problem, they're really happy to help, and that makes a massive difference as well with a company that you're spending money with. That, you know, if there is a problem, it's very rare that they won't help you, or they're funny or anything like that. They just kind of like, okay, yeah, we've made a mistake, or we'll send it out, or sorry, we forgot that, or, you know, like 9 times out of 10, like when they have sent you the wrong thing, you know, they're like, oh, just keep what you've got. And, you know, like that's really, really important customer service. So yeah, it's kind of, they're the reasons. And again, not only do they give back to their farmers, but they give back to us with all the free stuff as well.
That is good bit.
They get 4 free oils. And then, yeah, like when you like kind of look at all the other oil companies, you just kind of, when you look at the price difference, you think, well, what are they doing to the oils? So yeah, it's the wealth. There's so many reasons why to pick doTERRA, really, and I guess like the other thing for me is like all the back office stuff, like all the science blogs, and you know, like actually like sometimes you can just sit there for a day and watch like their scientists like talking about the things that they've been investigating or researching, and like I don't think that you're going to find that with some like high street competitors. You know, you're not going to be able to walk into your high street and then go, oh well, yeah, we've got this website with this, you know, scientist telling you about it. It'll be just like their sales pitch is almost like, oh yeah, we've locally grown our lavender, and it's like, well, I don't want something that's like locally grown. I want something that comes from its original location, and it's, you know, there's something about where things come from.
Yeah, exactly.
What it is.
Yeah, they're very careful with that. I do like all the science that they put out there, because it helps people understand more really how essential oils work as well, which is really important. That it's just not just about kind of smelling nice, is it? Okay, so how have the products helped you and your family?
Do you know what? It's got to the point now where I've been using them for what, 2.5 years?
Yeah, 2.5, nearly 3.
Nearly 3 years. I couldn't imagine like not using them. Like I'm sure when, like obviously, like I said, when I first started out, it was about like, oh, let's just try lemon because it's just a really easy way to get lemon into me. And then it was like, oh, I'll just try this to help Palin with his sleep. And that worked, and also knocked Ant out at the same time. And then, yeah, over time, like little things have started to replace everything else in our life. And as a family, we're trying to work towards a kind of zero waste, sustainable household. So trying to get rid of plastics and yeah, just unnecessary stuff. So a lot of that will mean making our own products, and therefore using doTERRA is kind of vital for me. Like I use it with everything when it comes to the children. Like poor Taysom's like literally covered from head to foot in oils on a daily basis. Like you just witnessed, like, you know, they love their probiotics, which, you know, makes me confident that they're getting the good stuff in them. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, like 2.5 years ago, if someone had said, oh, like said to Anthony, oh, you know, like when you get a sore throat, you'll be asking Al for essential oils, he would just told you it was like mumbo jumbo. You know, like, and now he's like, oh, have we got any of those On Guard soft gels? Because, you know, I've got a bit of a sore throat, or there was loads of people coughing on the train, so can we have them? And like the only thing, like I was saying to you the other day, like, he won't let me clean with On Guard because it makes him think about when he's ill. And he associates the smell with being ill. So he's like, oh, you've been using On Guard, haven't you? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I get that it's really good for the kitchen. Can you not use it when I'm around though? Because I feel like I'm ill. I was like,
he's got an association with it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like literally every night, like the tea, like actually it's quite interesting. Like, so you use Roman chamomile and lavender on Taysom for her teething. And like religiously use it, and obviously she like even knows how to put it on now. You know, she's one, sorry, and she knows how to put it on. But last night she was biting me when she was feeding, and I was like, oh god! And I literally got the roll all out and like rubbed it on her cheeks, and that was it. She just stopped straight away. It wasn't even like, oh, you know, let it kick in for 5 minutes. It's like instant stop. I was like, oh, it's not. And then obviously then it ended up sending her to sleep because she was so relaxed and calm. And it just it just works. Like it's just it's really weird. Like my sinuses were a bit blocked yesterday, and rather than, you know, like going to the chemist and buying something, I just was like, okay, what have I got in my, you know, vast collection of oils? There's got to be something that works. And then like I remembered I'd made like Kaylin a little like one of those kiddie potions for nose, and it's like rosemary and melaleuca, and put that on, and then by the time I went to sleep it was gone. You know, it's just every day there's something that I'll use it for. I'll be like, oh, I've washed my hair, or I've cleaned my teeth, and like it's doTERRA. Yeah, so it's just like massively like changed our lives, like using them, because we are being more sustainable as well. So, you know, like everything is kind of made at home.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I love that they've got all the blogs as well, where they tell you how to like make things, which is handy.
Yeah, and I think that actually kind of, that shows you the value of the company as well, in the fact that, you know, they're quite happy to give you a recipe for their face mask, even though they sell a face mask.
Yeah.
You know what, you know, you can buy it from us, but we appreciate that some people want to make their stuff, so here's a recipe how to make it. So, you know, that just kind of shows you that, like, it isn't just all about money, 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 money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely kind of working towards all different people's goals, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
What they want to do with doTERRA. And so what's your favorite product and why?
Oh God, I don't know.
There's too many.
I'm kind of addicted to like the PB Assist Junior.
I know that's like sherbet, that stuff though.
Oh, that's amazing. I guess On Guard, like, even though I can't use On Guard on Kaylin, I don't know, it's so difficult. Like, yeah, definitely like On Guard has to be a favourite, because like I'm not a very good nursemaid, so when people are ill, like I want them like better now. Like,
especially men, is that?
yeah. So yeah, that definitely helps. But Serenity's been like my favourite from day one, in the fact that, you know, like it really does like knock children to sleep.
Oh dear, tea.
Deciding that dropping my phone is a really good toy.
Yeah, so much fun.
But then I don't know. But then, like, I have like a real like soft spot in my heart for Clary Sage, because it got me through my labour so well.
Yeah.
So it's I think that like it's a really difficult question to say like which is your favourite, because I think it depends on what's going on.
Yeah, it's impossible. I was trying to think what my favourite was now. It's just impossible, because you use them all the time and they're like, oh, but I couldn't live without this and I couldn't live without this.
That's it. And like, you know, like Whisper, like since you got me that bottle of Whisper, I mean, I've like got another bottle since. Like, I absolutely love that. And I still haven't got patchouli, even though like how many years I've been saying I'm going to buy patchouli. But yeah, I love Whisper, and I use it every day as like a kind of perfume. And then I love Balance, because it completely grounds me and it completely chills me out when I remember to use it. And I love the smell of frankincense and bergamot. And like there's just so many that I use on a regular basis that going, oh, okay, well I could just live with just this one. It'd be a lot easier for me to say which ones don't I use that much.
Yeah.
Which ones don't, you know, like I've got a few in my collection that I've bought for certain things and they've been really good, but I don't use them all.
Yeah, I have some like that as well.
Like things like, but it's weird, like I say that, like I've got basil and I don't really use that very often. Maybe I should use it more for cooking. But then it's really good for memory. Yeah. So when I'm studying, I take basil and rosemary. So I think I don't use it that much, but I bet if I went and actually looked at the bottle, I probably used half of it already. Yeah. Like it's a bit deceiving, because you use them for so much. You think, oh, I don't use that one that very often, or I could do without that one, and then all of a sudden you're buying the next bottle because you've used it all. Quite nard. That's the only one I don't really use. There you go, I found one.
I haven't even got that one.
Sweaty socks.
Some people love that spikenard. Me and you were like, no way.
I want to try it. I want to try it in the diffuser with some other stuff, but I'm like literally scared of like stinking my house out. Because you can get home and I have that on, you go mad.
I'm not that keen on Petitgrain either. That's another one that I'm not that bothered about getting.
I nearly bought it this month.
Did you? So why do you choose to share doTERRA and build a business with the company? What kind of attracted you to doing that instead of just using oils? What made you think, oh, I'll share it as well?
I don't think I consciously, like obviously when we started, it was kind of like a nice idea to share it and to make a little bit of cash on the side. And certainly when I first started, it was more about selling the oils to other people and making the 25% on the sales. And I think because they do work, because you know, if somebody says to you, I've got a really bad cold, what do you suggest? And you go, oh, you could try Rub and Breathe on, or, you know, I'll try On Guard. Because they actually work, I never felt like I was being like, oh, try this, like, you know, wonderful, marvelous medicine that actually is just a load of, like, you know, hocus pocus. Like, I genuinely felt like, I think I can help you, like, why don't you try this? And I've always, like, I always still have people contact me saying, oh, have you got an oil that will work for that? And I'm like, right, let me just send you a sample first, and then you can see that it works, and then you can buy it from me. And then over time, like I've said to people like who've been ordering lots from me, like, why do you keep ordering from me? Like, open your own account, because you'll save yourself money, or you can increase your oil range. And that's kind of how it's worked. And now obviously I'm in a nice position where my order once a month is covered by, you know, my commissions, and that's great. Like, you know, that's always been, like, I think when we first started talking about it, I was just like, you know what, I just love, like, I'm going to buy these oils anyway, I'm going to use these oils anyway, but I'd really like to be in a position where I don't actually have to take money out of my bank to pay for them. And that's why I've kind of been, like, really conscious, like, trying to build, not because, you know, I'm not, like, obviously it'd be lovely to be earning thousands and thousands from doTERRA, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not I'm always going to try and manifest that, but for now, like I say to, like, some of my, like, downline, it's just really nice once a month not to have to worry about what I'm going to buy. Like, if I want to buy it, I've got the cash sitting in my account to pay for it. Because I'm not spending money going to the doctors with my children, or I'm not spending like £8 on prescriptions once a month for my kids because, you know, they've got this going on or that going on. Like, I'm not having to go and buy teething gel from the shops. And, you know, like, people kind of make the comments about, oh, you know, like, oh, doTERRA, maybe it's really expensive or it's lots of money, but actually, like, the things that I'm not buying, I'm saving money. And now I'm in a position where actually my order, I'm not even paying for my order. So really, like, I'm better off than I would be if I wasn't doing doTERRA. And the fact that I know that what's going in my kids is pure. So yeah, that's why I kind of started building, not because of the money, although the money helps, but because I believe in what they do.
Yeah, and like you say, it was very natural sharing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think, like, you know, I've got a lot of people in my downline now, and some people are frequent users, and some people, you know, order something once every 3 months, once every 4 months. They might only spend like 20 quid. They might just buy a bottle of lavender. But all the people in my downline order enough that it makes more sense for them to have an account than to order it through me, because obviously they get 25% off their price. And I have got a few builders, like a few people underneath me that also, you know, want to get their oil order paid for, and anyone that wants to do that, I would support them in getting there in that.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of people think that it's all going to be like hard sales and stuff, but as you say, it's just sharing, giving samples. I'm a big believer, like you, big believer of giving samples and letting people see that it works before they.
Yeah, maybe that's why we're not like mega rich or anything, like pushy salespeople. Maybe like let it happen naturally and organically. Like, some people are where we are, like 3 months in, and we're like, yeah, 3 years down the line, and our oils.
I know, we're not millionaires. How did this happen? We're too nice.
Yeah, but that's it. It's I've never felt like I've had to force it. I've always been like, I'm really happy to share the oils. I'm really happy for somebody to contact me and say, oh, I've got this problem. Can you send me an oil to try? Because I completely believe that it will work. So it isn't just a case of, here, buy my oils. And I think, like, people, like, I think Alan said it a few times. It's like saying, you know, how can I help you? Rather than like, oh, these oils will change your life. They will change your life, but like, people aren't interested in that until they've tried them and they've seen that they work for themselves. And it's like any business, no matter what you do, you always have to spend some money to get your business going. So for the cost of like a sample bottle and a couple of drops of oil, at first it seems like a really big like sacrifice. I remember the first time I started sharing my oils, it's like, oh, I'm putting like 10 drops in a bottle, and like it was like the most horrendous thing, like giving away my precious oils. And I'm like, well, actually no, like this is ridiculous. Like, how else are people ever going to experience them unless like if I had a really nice packet of crisps, I'd offer you a crisp. I wouldn't be like, well, that crisp cost me 10p. It's the same kind of thing. It's just like passing on the knowledge and the love. And
you literally can't keep it to yourself anyway, can you? Because you're just like, I have something that's going to help.
I'm a bit crazy and a bit weird, and I'm like, I've got an oil for that. And like Ant's like literally like jokes about it now. He's like, you've probably got an oil, haven't you, that can do that? And I'm like, yeah, actually. Find me something, come on.
Exactly. Oh, that's so funny. I love that Ant's just like, he's totally on board now though. I love that.
Like, oh god.
So last question, because I know you've got 2 children wanting your attention, but have you got any advice for people that are either looking to start using essential oils and maybe start sharing or building a business with doTERRA as well?
Never give up. Like, never give up thinking that just because somebody doesn't want an account or doesn't want to build straight away, that they never will. Remain like confident in the oils, like, and speak to your like kind of leader as well. So if you feel like you're wobbling or anything, then speak to your upline, because they've definitely been there. And I think, it's literally just a case of that, like, the best way to build your team knowledge is by sharing.
And also building your oil stash is
exactly. Like, always take advantage of the freebies. Always use your points. Like, use your points. This is my big thing. Use your points for something that you wouldn't normally buy. So I know that some people will use their points to buy like their everyday stuff that they were going to buy anyway. But if you want to get a really, really good collection, use your points for the things that you would never normally buy. So like things, the really like rare stuff like sandalwood or something. Like, I'm never going to go out and buy that because it's probably a bit too rare, and therefore like I wanted to invest in other things. But if I've got the points, then I would use my points to buy stuff that I wouldn't normally do. So that's like that's definitely like my tip, like, to building up your oil stash. Obviously use the products of the month advantages when you can, and any of the freebies. But don't be afraid to share. Like, that's the best way to do it. Buy some of the samples as well that doTERRA have. I've always found like the deep blue and the toothpaste really good for like having like something just to give to people to try, because you always find somebody that's got a backache or something. And I think if you've got people that are interested, like, keep the communication open between them. Like, don't just like go, oh, they said no, now they're not interested. Or always try, if you've got teams, like, just to find out why they're using them as well. Like, I'm just about to get back in contact with all my team about running an incentive for Christmas, but before I do, I want to know what actually they want, so that I can actually offer them like a really nice incentive for Christmas. And again, you can use your points for that as well. So I've used my points in the past for like incentives. I don't feel like there's any, like, there's no
big secret, is there?
Yeah, no, there's no big secret. So there's no there's nothing like underlined that you should be doing. There's nothing like really dodgy. Oh, why don't you do this, or why don't you do that? Like, it's not like that. I think you can, like, obviously it would be great if we all could be like speedy builders. But for the people that aren't like pushy salespeople, then you can do it organically as well, and you can just naturally grow a really nice team. And I just think just talking about it as well. I think just like keep talking about it to people. Keep saying, oh, I use this, or I use that, or have you tried this? And that's confidence. I think it's just confidence in knowing what you're talking about. And there's so much stuff in doTERRA that you can just go and find out about if you just kind of go and read up on it.
Yeah, exactly. There's loads of information. You're definitely not short of being educated.
So if you're not sure about something, and somebody asks you, you can just say, look, I don't right now, but I know somebody that can find out. And like, if we're not around, there's the blog, there's always somebody that can help you and go, oh yeah, you should use this. Or
that's the thing, no one needs to be an expert, because there's lots of information at the fingertips, and it's definitely not about kind of being an expert or an aromatherapist.
No, no. And the last thing I would say is, like, if you really do want to build, like buying those DIY kits from like essential oil supplies, and then working with your upline to put on an event. Like, I'd really like to do like some events with my team over Christmas, like the Christmas sprays and the kiddie potions and things like that. I think they're a really, really great way to get like people thinking about essential oils, and not just thinking of like that 1980s version of essential oils that like our parents probably were all into.
Yeah. Yeah.
£5 market lavender.
Oh, thank you so much for your time today. That's been really interesting. I'm sure a lot of people will kind of resonate with what you're saying, and be interested to maybe know more. But I'll let you get on with the children now.
Thanks.
We've got a fun pack today.
Yeah.
And if anyone's got any questions, of course, always welcome to ask. Thank you, Aliy.
Thanks.